That looked crazy. What else is new? What's going on, YouTube? I am HotMessNess, MUA, otherwise known as Vanessa, and I am my usual hot mess. My hair's crazy. It is a windy AF outside, and I would have filmed this video earlier in the day, but I got sucked into the drama of the world going on around me, as in my screen. It turns out that all kinds of people on the internet are just falling apart. People like Thomas Halbert and Jeffree Star. No thoughts. Petty Page and Peter Mon. No real thoughts. Honestly, sometimes I just take things in and that's all it is. It's like I look back and I see points from all sides and go, wow, your lives are crazy. Glad I don't have to deal with that. Moving right along, today's delayed video is going to be all about, bam, something else that had drama. The Makeup Revolution Emily Edit, the Needs palette. Now, I had purchased the Wants palette because that's the product that interests me. It's a bunch of eyeshadows. I have kids singing in the background. That happens here on my channel if you didn't know. I purchased the Wants palette because that was the product that interests me. Then there was like some drama. I guess Tati did a review, and then Kiki Chanel came back with like a follow-up, and while I didn't agree with everything in Tati's video, like, we're all different. I liked my Wants palette. So I was curious about the Emily Edit the Needs palette because I just wanted to know for myself, and for the price point, why not, you know? With my coupon, I think this bad boy cost me $13. As you can see, mine's been used. I'm going to demo it for you and talk about the things that I already know about this palette. So we're just gonna go through, I'm gonna show you how it works on me. I am 37 years old. I have dry to normal skin. I have dry patches. I have some wrinkles. I currently have some blemishes because my face decided it wanted to purge. Yay for me. So if you are in that category, and I think that's important to understand when you're watching beauty reviews. If you're watching reviews of somebody that's 20 years old and you're 65, it may not work for you. And vice versa. It doesn't have anything to do with ageism. I know that's a thing here on YouTube. And don't judge my eyebrows. I know that they're messy today. I have a little zit right here and it's pulling down my eye. And I did my own lash extensions. I know, just terrible. I can't afford to get them done and I love them. I'm addicted. It's not about ageism. What it's about is types of skin. So a person of color probably can't use this. Or, you know what I'm saying? Those are things that you need to look at. And I know it seems so, like, obvious, but then sometimes it's not. Sometimes we look and just go, oh, is something good? But sometimes things aren't good for a reason. Face products might not be good for a certain person because of their skin type and might be amazing for someone else. Does it mean anyone's lying? No, it doesn't mean anyone's lying. It just means it may not have worked for that kind of person. So I'm explaining to you right now the reason that some of these things may or may not work for me because of my face. And that's really what it comes down to. So I have foundation on, and I actually set my concealer earlier today with Kindness. We're gonna add a little bit more Kindness. That is the translucent type powder that is a little bit, it's kind of a translucent powder, it's kind of light. And because I haven't done a full review of this, like I said I would, I'm a liar, we'll use some Jaclyn Hill brushes. Let me be honest, I still haven't washed all these. That's where I'm at in my life. I am not a beauty guru. Okay, so I'm gonna take the Jaclyn Hill JH07. It's the one that you would use for under your eyeballs. I'm gonna just dust a little bit more of this on here. Any places that my makeup has fallen apart since the awards ceremony and the winds that we had that blew over all of, I don't know why I just put that on my eye. I don't know why I did that. So, you know, it's a powder that you can put here. You want to be really careful with the kind of brushes that you use on the face because they are so close together that you can pick up other colors. So that's one of the hard things about this. Like if you want to use this big old brush, when you're getting in there for, say, the bronzer, just making sure you only hit the bronzer. I just lost most of it. Is that the brush or is that whatever? Okay, so we're gonna pop on a little bit of Courage. And it looks like I'm losing some of my Courage on my cheeks. Okay, this might be the brush. Is this the brush? Should I switch brushes? Let's use a contour brush because I just picked up all my foundation. Maybe it's because my foundation is a little bit older. It's been on for a little while today, but it's picking up everything. Yeah, this is picking up all my foundation. Okay, I'm gonna take my own fault for this. I'm gonna just go back in time, and I've used this another time, and it didn't pick up quite like this, but I didn't like the color for all over, and I was trying to showcase that, I guess. But don't let your foundation dry and sit on for a little while and then try to go back over it. But you know, it still shouldn't happen. Anyway, I don't think this color is great for my skin tone. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be good for someone's skin tone. It's just a little bit more of the reddish tone. I wouldn't contour with this, but you know, we're just trying to move through here. See, I can usually touch up my bronzer without it picking up all of my foundation. Because I've done that before, you know, where you've added powder and then you've gone back over and added more foundation. You know, your foundation powder and then add more product to vibrant it up a bit. Vibrant it up. But yeah, as I blend, I'm just seeing my own skin, which would be fine if that's what I was trying to do, but it's not. The color looks okay, at least under this lighting, but I don't love it for when I've done it before. So, you know, we're just gonna keep going here because that's what we've already started, right? It's not very smooth to me, in my opinion. I'm gonna go back in with a little kindness and try to like fix some things. That is that. Let's move on to blush. I don't remember which one this was supposed to be. We're gonna use it for blush. This is the JH06, and we're gonna grab some Joy. I think I would like Joy if I didn't just pick up all of my foundation with Courage. Okay, now we're gonna grab a little bit of this Gratitude on a JH09. My initial impression is that this looks very white on my skin tone. It has that. So far, this makeup look right now on my face, as well as when I've done it before, always makes me feel like I don't know how to do makeup. And I know this is supposed to be one of those palettes that's like beginner, everyone friendly. See how it has that whitey cast, which I guess isn't bad as long as you don't see it right here, but I don't know. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a brush and kind of blend everything together like I usually do. I just feel a little muddy. After I brushed it all off, I'm gonna go in and add a little bit more Joy, because this has kind of been the thing I like to do, is add my blush again so it looks like I have cheeks and my highlight is separate. Now, in order to be fair, I'm going to add primer to the eyeballs. This is the one that I love. It's the Blink eyeshadow primer for my old eyeballs. All right, now we are moving on to eyeshadow. Why my children are laughing so pleasantly in the background. Okay, I'm gonna take this big fluffy JH30. I'm gonna grab the shade Love because it looks like a good all over lid shade. And that blended nice and easy and normal and fine. I definitely think that these are better with a primer because I have worn these a couple times just my concealer over the eyes because I don't always feel like I need a primer. I feel like these definitely benefit from primer. I don't love that I just highlighted my zit. Don't love that. So nice, easy blend of a skin tone shade. I use my color switch on this. It just looks dirty. Now I'm gonna hit Peace, and we're gonna throw that in the crease. If you haven't watched a million videos on this already, these are firm and pressed. They don't have a lot of kick up. Like you can swirl in there, you get a little, but nothing crazy.
Maymay, what are you doing that's making her be loud and annoying in the background?
So that is like a little bit of layers. I think when she created this palette, at least what I've seen from her talking about it, that these were made to be buildable. So that way you could do just a flush of color or you could build them up. And that is exactly the impression that I've gotten. I am someone that likes a lot of pigment. I'm okay with putting a little bit in and building up and being gentle with my dig. I'm not always someone that wants to keep digging back and forth, but I can appreciate knowing that the palette is that, and they become the kind of, you just know what you're getting from that formula. And a lot of things just depend on how you like to do your makeup. Like, do you like the sheer washes of color? Do you like a lot of pigment? I think these are the kind of shades that prevent major malfunctions, because if you're having to build up a shade, you're less likely to go whoop and then be like, oh crap, what do I do now? Now I'm gonna take the JH33 and dip into Honesty. This little pinky shade. These are my favorite shades in the crease for green eyes. And it's no problem layering. Again, I have mentioned before, I am older. I am not a spring chicken. I have dryness, I have texture here. And these, sometimes when I'm blending and blending and blending, I get like irritation and dryness. This is no different than anything else, but I feel like they layer nicely and you still have a decent blend there. Here you go, pretty, little bit of pink in there. Now I'm gonna take Faith and the Jaclyn Hill 34 and just kind of get my brush real good with that because I don't want to build up 50 times. And I'm gonna put a little Faith in the crease. Now you see the colors still blended well together. You've got the brown. I mean, these are all warm shades and they're going to complement each other nicely, but they still blended really well together. No problems there. Now, because I have semi-hooded lids and little eye space here, I'm gonna take a smaller brush. This is the JH38, and I'm gonna pick up Hope so I can deepen up the little crease area, the outer V right here. Again, no problems blending. This shade's a little bit strange. It's Passion. I'm gonna use that again just to deepen up where I placed Hope. I don't like matte shades with glitter. I never see the point. Nobody ever presses the glitter in a way that actually fuses with the matte, so you never really see it. I mean, if a brand can figure out a way to get glitter in a matte and it actually translates, I would be all about it. But so far, nobody has been able to do it. No one. No one that I've seen that I was like, oh, that's the jam. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the other brush and just blend it together. And see, it blends out nice. You have a nice, simple eye look. Nothing crazy, nothing that I'm like, oh, this is terrible. It's fine, it's fine. Taking the JH39, we're gonna throw in a little bit of Peace. I'm gonna take Honesty and dab that in because that's that pretty pink. Cleaned off the little blender and just mixing the two. Gonna grab a little more Faith so I get a little more of the brown in there. I'm gonna take the JH43, grab Hope, which is the deeper brown, the less warm brown, and just connect here. And then I'll take some Passion to kind of connect the end, just right here. Take a little Peace and Love and go over the lid. All right, guys, that is it. That is using every single shade, every single color in here. what are my thought processes here? I feel like Courage is, I don't like it. I've watched reviews where people said it blended beautifully, it just wasn't the right color for them, or they loved it. It doesn't work for me. It gets this muddy, depending on what brush I use. If I use something to really carve out the cheeks, it looks muddy. If I dust it on, it's not too bad, but today it was picked up, and I don't know if it's because I use Morphe brushes or what, but don't love the bronzer. The blush is nice, it's pretty. I know I already own stuff like this. The translucent powder is nice to have in a palette like this, so you don't have something separate, but I don't feel like it keeps anything in place. And that's from experience, not just from this video. The highlighter, as it settles in, I feel like it's really nice. It won't benefit everybody though. As far as the eyeshadows, I feel like this is a great palette for people on the go, people that don't want to do crazy YouTube inspired looks. If you like 50 shades that layer together, yes, these layer together, but it's not obviously 50 shades. You're only gonna get so much out of this. You can get a lot out of it, but you're only gonna get so much. And I hope that makes sense because it's 6 shades. Granted, you could go into here, you could have some different looks by using the face stuff. I've tried Gratitude on the lids. I don't love it as a lid shade. The end result, it is only $13. So that is great. If you are someone that has a need for a quick get ready in the morning and these kind of colors work for you, I don't think it's a bad thing. But I think if you have the opportunity to go into an Ulta and swatch the bronzer and make sure that it would work on your skin tone, I mean, yeah, you could still be like, oh, it's worth it for $13 and never use the bronzer for sure. But I don't absolutely love this palette, but I don't hate it either. I'm kind of like, it's okay. I will use it for those times that I'm like, I just need something. For the times that I'm gonna go to work and I know I need something that will work and won't mess me up. Because the eye look it's great, it's beautiful. I like it. I just am not extremely wowed by this. I love the Wants palette and I've created some really fun looks that I've enjoyed, but this Needs palette, I really feel like as a makeup person, you have to know, like, do these colors work for you? And if the bronzer and these things, the face things don't work for you, are these 6 little colors worth $13? You might think that's only a couple bucks a piece, but if you already have colors like that, then why would you need it? Does that make sense? I hope it does. So I am a huge fan of Emily. I don't regret getting this to support her. I will use it, but as a YouTuber to their audience, I don't know that I am like, oh, you should buy this. I love it so much. But it's kind of hard not to say that it's awesome for the price point. There are points that I love and points that I don't love. I feel like the eyeshadows, again, they blend beautifully. They're nice. The highlighter I like on me. The other face products, I'm like, I kind of feel like it makes me look old. And I think that has to do with Makeup Revolution. Now, these are my first Makeup Revolution products besides the concealer. I do use that and I love it. But there you have it. There it is. There you have it. A person that is not vested in anyone says this palette's okay. If you want to try it and it's $13 and $13 doesn't freak you out. You're like, oh, it's okay if I don't love it. It was only $13. That's fine. If $13 is $13 towards something that you would have loved instead of liked, then save the $13 towards something that you will absolutely love. That is my thoughts, my demo on the Makeup Revolution, the Emily Edit the Needs palette. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was just me showing you guys what I thought as it went on. A person that is not biased to anyone. Well, kind of. I do like Emily. That's why I bought it. So that's kind of a lie. As far as the Morphe brushes, I will have a more detailed review for you guys later. If you've been waiting to see what more people say about these, I say it's not necessary. I still have other brushes that I need when I'm, you know, for more detailed work. I don't know. It's not complete to me. But that's because I have little spaces and I need little tiny brushes to get in there and do things. And this only has some of them. So, thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a while. I ramble a lot, but I have not made YouTube videos in a while. I'm out of practice. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah! Bye.
Don't forget, you can subscribe down here, and for more videos, click over here. Possibly there. There's places to click. Click them. Click them all.
I need to make meatloaf.